So Jamel Hill's bachelorette party requested a dick cake.
Oh, jeez.
Can we call it cocktail?
Now, can you explain what it looks like?
No. It was tall and long and proud and erect.
It's got to be a fucking baby arm.
It was engorged, it was thick, it had girth to it. It was fluffy.
It was big. The balls were fluffy, not the penis.
It's weird.
It was like large.
It was like this cotton candy, like stringy, fibrous, colorful.
It's like this arrow tip, but the arrow is like rounded. So it's like curvilinear. It's not sharp. That's what the cake looks like. What the f? That's mad.
And then he dripped chocolate over it, so it was like drip. This is so awkward.
God,
Anyways, it was.
I find this so thrilling.
This was a masterpiece.
Unrealistic though, for me, for any white guy, I guess.
He spent a lot of time
It was
on it. He was
detailed.
into it.
Why is he so into that?
So with this cocktail, I started like in the morning and I started making molds, and anyone that had like an idea, like everyone was just coming to me. I just kind of vibe off everyone that's coming through.
So you used everybody's imagination.
Yeah,
And
to
pictures
kind of-
in their own heads that they had.
But I
of
didn't
a
like
cock
look at their crotch
to-
region and was like, I
And
wonder
that
what their
is
dick's
what
like.
that is what the final
Yeah. It was
cock
like
looked like.
it was like Valor, Motor Yacht Valor's cock cake, you know?
When you ended up delivering that cake, how did that delivery go, do you think?
Oh, the delivery was not well, my friend.
You should be very proud. My eyes go. A lot longer.
Wow.
Wow.
We were having such a grown-up, awesome conversation, and then penis came into the room.
Yeah, it was a fucking letdown. That cock should have like had a flopping mechanism where it just like.
You should have received like a standing ovation for this cake, in my opinion. But like, but Kate sabotaged him.
Go.
Wow. The cake was gorgeous. And I think all of the people at the table, apart from Captain Lee, would have enjoyed that cake had the timing been better. You guys are talking about like orphans and stuff.
And he brings out a
And he
dick
comes out
cake.
with his dick in his hands. It was poetic.
Glad it wasn't his.
And they're talking about like charities and donations and stuff. And the primary guest that the cake actually is for has left the table. I walk out with this big chocolate dark huge massive cock cake. Imagine the look on my face. And I just like walk out there like, and then like I've noticed she's gone. Captain Lee looks up at me, behind like almost tilts his head to see behind the cock, like to see my face. And it's like, and I just know I've hit rock bottom then. And then like all I get in my head is like, you're only as good as your last meal. And I look down and I'm like, I see this cock cake, I'm like, I'm only as good as this cock.
So you and Kevin clashed several times throughout the season.
Do you want me to pay you a tab cake?
No, I want you to stop
I'll
talking
pick it
to
up,
me.
no worries.
I will pay you to stop talking to me.
Shove it up behind the vegetables.
You can just shove it up. Shove it up the back side of your fridge.
Jesus, all right, princess. Just get me through the door.
Nope.
Oh, for sake.
But you did get revenge on Kevin in a kind of creative and fun way.
Alive a lot longer.
Why do my revenges always involve dick-shaped items? I don't know. It's like my personal legend, like the alchemist. Like the universe has conspired to make my revenge involve dick-shaped items.
Mr. Slubber demands perfection. It's the perfect cocktail, the perfect meal, a perfect blanket fold.
I did not plan this, but it happened. So it's Jamel Hill. Their preference sheet said, we want a bunch of like penis-shaped items. We want a penis-shaped cake. And so I was like, okay. And he's like, let's just do it horizontal. I'm like, don't you think vertical would be better? Don't answer. I'm just saying, I thought I'd be more, wow. So that's when we were friends. But then it's like day one lunch, and he's like building the cake. And it's lunch, beach picnic, and he's like, I come in, I'm like, hey, Kevin, what platters do you want?
You know how you got the plastic bowls?
Yeah?
I was wondering if I could use these instead, like these kind of lay out. Is
You
that
want
all
me
right?
to serve the guests in this crockery?
Both of these salads aren't tossed.
It's
they
more like
kind
a
of lay.
casserole, so you want it in the casserole dish.
No, I'll put it in a... I don't know why you're being a dick about this.
He's like, don't be a dick, Kate. And I was like, whoa. It was out of nowhere. So we went, we had a beach party, it was lovely.
No doubt.
And he's still building the cake, He was so focused on the cake because he's such a pastry chef. Jamel gets wasted, she goes to bed, and you guys are talking about charity. He's like rushing
And
me,
we're
like he's
bringing
like,
out
he's like,
the
Kate,
dick.
when can I bring it out? When can I bring it out? I'm like, I'll tell you. And he had just called me a dick for asking for like lunchtime things. So I was like, oh, okay, go do your thing, Kevin. You think you know timing? Go. You're gonna set it down right to the left of the captain. Okay.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
You should be very proud. My eyes go.
Doing something useful with your life will keep you alive a lot longer.
It was like the most inappropriate time, and he's just holding a big ol'
Dick.
It was almost like the perfect f***ing setup. Perfect in all of its horror.
Any waitress or anything would be like, hold on, the birthday girl's not there and she's gone to bed. Like, let's just hold the cake for tomorrow morning, or like, let's ask the guests if they want the cake still, or let's like, she just set me up. Like, she knew what she was doing right from like
You see?
5 o'clock. She went off, flicked off the light, and you can see her hand on her hip. She was like, just like waiting for me to come out with like all these f***ing sparklers out of this cock cake. And it was like, and all the crew were with me kind of thing. And I just like walk out, here we go, surprise. And then like, Jamal, I was like, that's not a team effort at all. That's like an individual getting like some back. Like, good on her, like whatever. You know, she found me to be completely obnoxious, condescending, a prick, a cunt, shitty chef or whatever, and she got some back. But at the expense of the guest experience and as a team, I think she's kind of like ruined it for everyone.
Jamel Hill and Kate kind of clash. Can you tell us about that?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what happened there. But obviously something sprung off in Kate, where Jamal said something and Kate just like reacts like there was no tomorrow.
Promise me you will not cuss me out if I ask you something.
Cuss her out.
I mean, we're not getting on your nerves, are we?
No, I'm so sorry you feel that way.
It was just like the energy. Like, I was just like, I hope we're not getting on her nerves.
And she went downstairs almost like f***ing crying, like, f*** that bitch, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I think that woman's a Which one? The primary. She's full of shit. And she takes me out in front of her friends and basically says, are we getting on your nerves? You know what? You weren't until now.
Is Kate not proud of it?
Like,
It's
no,
like
Kate
Kate's
is super
signature
proud
thing
of
is
that.
a
But
resting
she
bitch
hears that
face.
online, but she doesn't hear that like face to face, I don't think.
Like, as someone who also has resting bitch face as appointed on me by other people, it's really frustrating to hear because truly, like, I don't think men have that issue, and I don't even like to bring up
Yeah,
like,
on one
that
face
level
you have
of
a
it, but
resting asshole face.
truly
Nobody says that.
like it's just, I feel like it's people expecting more from women than they are from other people. And Kate is super friendly. I've seen her interact with the guests, and she isn't stone-faced all the time, and neither am I. But like, we're thinking about things, and when we're thinking, maybe we're not smiling. When we're trying to do math in our head, we're not smiling. Like, we have other things to do, and we shouldn't always be appeasing you.
And I think the longer and longer that you get to do these seasons, the longer and longer the charter guests get to know you as a person. So they already, before they even hop on board, they think that they know you. So they're rocking up and saying, hey, Kev, blah, 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 blah. You know, and saying shit in your face that you just pretty much don't expect from a stranger.
It doesn't make you feel good. They haven't spent the time to get to know her. It's day one. And I think
Oh,
they're
she said it on day
snap-
one?
Yes, and they're making super snap judgments about her, and I think spend some time to get to know someone before you decide
Makes sense.
based on the way that they look
Yeah.
or the way that they arrange their face.
Or their face is arranged because they were genetically born with it.
Truly.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Ashton and Ross from Below Deck. Click here to subscribe and click over here for more videos.